Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Scooby 50th anniversary discussion slash blog entries. Like I said at the end of the last one, these are going to be unscripted, on the fly, kind of a shoot style. But I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I recently got in the mail that pretty much was the catalyst, the foundation of this string of direct-to-video movies we've been getting for now almost 21 years. That movie, of course, is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And the reason I bring this up is because later this year, Zombie Island, or Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, is supposed to get a follow-up called Return to Zombie Island. Now, I know a lot of people have concerns about that, seeing as though when we recently got The Curse of the 13th Ghost, the ending pretty much was not exactly what we were hoping for, and in a sense, it basically seemed like the writing staff, the creators, were taking a massive dump on the existence of the 13th Ghost of Scooby-Doo. They were taking a massive dump on it. So, anyway, a lot of fans are hoping that Zombie Island doesn't suffer the same fate. But the reason I bring up Zombie Island, like I said, it was 21 years ago that this movie came out. And this movie was hyped up in a major way throughout all of television, commercials, you name it, as being a big deal, because Scooby-Doo at that time wasn't as relevant as it is now. It was basically going through a downslide. I mean, it had some direct-to-video films before that, or even some moments, but it's like, nothing really came of anything. It wasn't until the announcement, I guess, got made around 97, I think, that they were preparing to do a live-action Scooby-Doo movie to be released within the next decade, which happened to be 2002. That was the year it was released. So to commemorate that, and the possible resurrection or revival of the Scooby franchise, they decided to go and bring out an all-new Scooby-Doo movie. Now, the significance about this is it wasn't just your typical, it's just Scooby and Shaggy and Scrappy, or just Scooby and Shaggy movie. No, not like it was in the past. This was actually more of a movie, you could tell, aimed at an older audience, more at the longtime Scooby fans that could look at it and be like, yeah, I can dig this. I can enjoy this. And I think that's what the initial plan was originally, was to make Scooby-Doo more for an older audience, even through animation. And in a sense, they still try to do that to this day. I mean, Mystery Incorporated is a good example of taking that trope and running with it. But, like I said, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was a step in a new direction for them, because they try to, how do I put this? They try to set the standard, which supposedly was supposed to be the standard going forward, that Mystery Inc. had grown up. They were going to separate ways, and it was just through some ironic coincidence that they were brought back together. In other words, it was Daphne's birthday. Daphne, in the movie, had said she missed the team, missed having them around, and Fred got the idea of, that's a good birthday present. We'll just reunite the gang and go on this, new little segment of, this new little segment that Daphne has planned for her show, called Haunted America, Well, the segment's called Haunted America. Her show is called Coast to Coast with Daphne Blake. So, long story short, the idea was they were going to age up the group, and they were going to make them, not teenagers anymore. They were going to be young adults doing what they do best as a team. And Zombie Island set the standard for that. But what Zombie Island also did was they set the standard for something that I think the people behind the scenes wanted to continue on till later on, or for as long as they could. And I think they wanted it to continue on even to this day. And that was the fact that instead of facing people in masks and all that, they were facing the real deal. They were facing real zombies. They were facing real monsters. They were facing real ghosts. And true, they played up throughout the beginning, one of the beginning montages of Mystery Inc. being back together. They played up the fact of it was still the same thing over and over and over again. And it wouldn't be until they got to Zombie Island that they would start experiencing the real deal. So, yeah, basically Zombie Island set the standard of what I think Hanna-Barbera and, the people at Hanna-Barbera and Warner Brothers at the time originally wanted to do. They wanted to make the mysteries and stuff that they were going to be taking part in real. They didn't want them to always be that traditional man in a mask deal. It was always going to be the real deal that they would be going up against. Now, later on, they would try to combine the two. Like I said, later on, they would try to combine the two elements to where somebody was behind whoever they were facing. But in the end, they started to choose more of let's go back to the old school kind of ways. And I think that's what a lot of people were disappointed when it came to Curse of the 13th Ghost. Like, you had the opportunity to go back to that, but you didn't. And now they're hoping that they don't screw it up with the Return to Zombie Island, the sequel to this movie, later this year. But yeah, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island did play basically a significant role in the revival of the Scooby-Doo franchise. And it's still one of the more beloved, if not one of the more successful direct-to-video Scooby movies in history of all time. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, I'd suggest trying to check it out. Try to find a copy. I got my copy through Amazon. But check it out. I think you will like it. I think you will enjoy it. It's very good. It's a very good movie. And again, from an opinionated standpoint, a lot of people look at it as being the Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movie that set the standard of what one should be and how it should be. So, let me know what you guys think down below, though, about that. Comment if you like, and I will talk to y'all later.